Hey guys, welcome back to the Jelly Toast Breakfast Podcast. It's your girl Jelly, and we're back with another episode. It's been a minute. I went absent, mostly because I've been trying to figure out how to edit my audio to be able to keep it consistent with the layout that I was doing previously. I'm a little behind, and I did not want to put time into something that was just for fun. But people keep requesting it, and people are like, oh, I want to be on your podcast. And I'm like, I want people to be on the podcast, and I was pushing it. But I honestly thought it wasn't a lot of people listening to Jelly Toast Breakfast Podcast. But now I keep getting followers and people message me, but it's still not a lot of followers. And I still don't have a lot of listeners. So I was just kind of letting Jelly Toast Breakfast Podcast just kind of be what it was. It was just a fun, cute little time. I did want to continue recording episodes. I was feeling like I was running out of things to talk about. Mostly because, I don't know, I feel like podcasts nowadays, I think it's good to give your perspective. I also acknowledge that perspective can be changed, skewed, or biased. And I think when you listen to a podcast, it's good to listen to it for what it is and not take it too literal. I know there's a lot of podcasters that say things and they are willing to die on that hill. And I just don't think that it's necessary. I don't know. I also got feedback from some other people I hate podcasts. I hate it when there's these people talking about la da 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 this and that, and a lot of stuff that I was talking about in the podcast, especially with relationship wise. I'm at least talking about it with the person that I'm in the relationship with. Even in some friendships, for instance, I'm at least talking to those people about the things that I've brought up in podcasts, and most of the time is prior to even before I recorded the podcast. And I know a lot of people who record podcasts, that's not the case. And maybe they're using this podcast as an outlet to get it off their chest, which I think that's fine, that's cool. But also I think there's a lot of people who are in denial about acknowledging the technology era. Yeah, it fucking sucks that there's people and their experience is a thing through their phone, or even a thing through the audio. But I also want to put it out there, everyone is experiencing life very, very differently. Yes, can we all acknowledge that? Life is experienced differently. People interaction is experienced differently. Emotions are processed differently. Who we are as individuals are very different than someone next door or across the world or somewhere else. We're just all different. Perspective is different. Concepts and everything is different. Everything is our own personal experience. I think that it could be a beautiful thing, but then there's this thing called language, whether you speak English or not, or let's say you and someone else speaks another language, but the fact that they can't decipher what you're saying, it gets in the way of communication. Communication isn't a universal thing. You have to learn how to be fluid. You have to learn how to be universal. I don't know what the word is, but you have to learn how to communicate specifically to certain individuals, because what you tell to someone else isn't going to necessarily be the same to another. With that being said, communication on social media might be something that somebody else is that really resonated with me. And I'm not giving it an excuse. I'm just saying it is what it is. And I don't think we should be complaining about it, honestly, because it's just where are we going from here? Where are we going from this moment in time? Our progression forward is such a heavy technology driven universe. Like, and I mean, like, everywhere. First world, at least, not third or fourth. But even then, like, it's people who live in third world countries that got iPhones, the newest one. And it's just like, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. I haven't been in a dilemma with the podcast. It's just been a pause, honestly. I was trying to take a little bit of time to focus on myself. I deleted some of my, like, social media accounts. I have a few that are still up, but, like, I barely get on them. Instagram, honestly, like, I've been trying to experience life. And it's really difficult to, like, enjoy time when, you know, someone's like, oh, can you take a picture? Oh, can we take pictures? Oh, you know, and it's cool. Like, I do like to take photographs when I'm, like, on vacation, but, like, I ain't trying to be heavy on photos. And, like, my experience was taking a picture somewhere. Like, I want to get in the ocean. Like, I want to swim with some fishes and look at them in the face and shit, you know? I'm trying to take some damn... Yeah, I was trying to experience some straight off the grill kebabs and shit. Like, I'm trying to make my vacation and time with people's more personal instead of, like, getting caught up being behind the camera. But these past couple days, I don't know what it is, but, like, I got an inhaled something because, like, my allergies been tripping. And I'm just like, all right, so every year, every season, like, it's something with allergies. But, like, I don't know. These allergies been hitting different. Like, I've been feeling like I had a cold or some shit. Like, one time I promised it was just allergies. And I thought I had a fever. And I went to the doctor and everything. And I was like, no, like, it's just allergies. Like, they had me down bad. Like, I really was feeling like I had, like, a cold or, like, the flu or something. And I'm like, I got this, and, like, I'm coughing up stuff, like, it feels like a cold, and I know it's just allergies. I know it's just allergies because, like, my eyes be running, like, my nose is itchy, my ears are itchy. It's just, like, I don't know, like, I don't know what's happening. And I don't know, one day we went outside, and it just looked like it was just a cloud of some sort of film or something. Like, it was real dusty, gray, dull looking, just floating cloud. I don't know. It was weird. It was very, very weird. Also, I've been trying to get more involved with the gym. But gym is not an issue for me. It's eating meals that are probably best for you and indulging a little bit. Like, I don't know, like, I was doing so good, and all of a sudden I was like, nah, I got to have that. I just been, like, going on I ain't gonna say a binge, but I really been, like, letting loose a little bit. I don't know. I was like, I gotta get back on track. So, trying to keep it with that. And who knew trying to, like, create a nutritional plan took so much time, so much effort. Like, it almost feels like you spend more time planning the kind of meals you're going to eat versus actually working out. Because, like, I'm spending 3, 4, 5 hours meal prepping because you have to, like, you know, you prep lunch, breakfast, dinner. Like, you prepping your meals, you know, throughout the day. You got your snack and shit. I'm in the gym for, like, 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm like, fuck, like, I don't know. Like, when people say 30% of weight loss is working out and then the other 75 is, like, eating healthy, it really is, honestly, because, I mean, I didn't work out a lot. I just ate less. And, like, I lost a significant amount of weight. And, like, my goal was to continue, like, getting it down. But it's just been a struggle a little bit, mostly because it's kind of like that time of year where it started to get a little bit stressful for me. Just a little bit. Like, the holidays are hellish. I don't know. And, like, I like holidays, but the older I've gotten, the more stressful they've become. I think it's because, like, I got responsibilities and shit. And, like, sometimes I don't want to deal with them fucking responsibilities. Like, I just be out here, like, I just want to go to the holidays and, like, that be that. But now I be looking at, like, you know, the older you get, the more space your home has. Like, people start asking you to host holidays and shit. And then I'm looking at them and looking at me talking about hosting the holidays. Like, I don't want to host again. Like, the one thing I never ever wanted to do was host any kind of thing at my place. Like, I like to go to people's place, so I have the luxury of leaving and not explaining. When people come to your spot, which I had a friend, when she had enough of everybody, she said, all right, y'all gotta leave. Like, it was like 2-3 hours in, and she was like, nah, y'all gotta go. Everybody's gotta go. And I was like, damn, I wish I was that bold to just tell people to get the fuck out. Like, I don't know, I'd be beating around the bush a little bit. I'm like, oh, I'm tired. And everybody be like, oh, I'm tired too. And like, we get like a burst of energy, and now you chatting for like 3 more hours. And I'm like, fuck, I want to take my clothes off and be in my place, just existing. Like, I ain't trying to entertain. And like, I did host one time when I got like my first apartment by myself. Like, I was excited as fuck, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to be that friend that hosts events like every other weekend. But the thing is, like, my friends live in the city. Like, they ain't trying to drive all the way out where the fuck I'm at. And then even some of the friends that live in this, like, where I live, you know, they got stuff that they got to do. And I hate it when people, like, make it seem like easy, you know? Oh, your friends don't come see you, blah, blah, blah. They ain't really your friends. I'm just like, bitch, they got shit they got to do. Can you calm your ass down? And, like, I respect that, because it be shit I be trying to do. Like, I be trying to lay up with my dog and watch TV and shit. Like, I got shit I got to do. Even though it ain't real shit, I just, like, I want to be doing something else than chatting with you about life. Even though that's good. Like, I do love a good friend that you could chat about life. Or, I don't know, it was this one time I had, me and my friend, we went to dinner. After dinner, like, we went home. Or, like, we didn't live together, but, like, they took me home. And we just sat in the parking lot just chatting. I couldn't tell you what the fuck we was talking about, but, like, we was just chatting. We were talking about space, religion, which was interesting. Like, when you start getting into, like, people's religion, it becomes a touchy subject, because religion is such a personal thing, right? Like, your experience is your experience, and you standing on that shit. But when somebody else get to talking about how you're incorrect and stuff, like, I don't like it when people do that, because I'm like, okay, you're not me, you didn't experience what I experienced. But I respect that you have a different perspective than I have. I do. And that's my favorite, is when people have different perspectives on different things. Because in my head, I'm like, all right, let's talk about it. And not talk about it like I'm about to convince you otherwise. Like, I hate it when people trying to convince me stuff. Don't try and convince me. Just tell me, you know, what your experience is. You know, let's let that be that. Let's let this be this. And, like, nothing more. I don't feel like in every conversation you have and you disagree with somebody that people need to leave out of the conversation sway one way or the other. Like, why we can't just have different perspectives and, like, let's just talk about it. And I think that's, like, a big issue with times nowadays. Like, people don't just like talking about stuff. They got to make you see it their way, or it's a problem. And I'm just like, why we riding so hard for stuff? Like, can we, like, chill for real? Because I don't know. I don't know. Like, it be stuff where I'm like, it's cool that this is what it is. It don't need to be nothing more. We don't have to make a big deal out of it. We don't have to keep coming back to it. Like, we can talk about it right now and let that be that. Like, I don't want to keep convincing you otherwise. Like, I knew this girl, right? Like, she came out, and, like, it was this guy who was convinced that she couldn't be gay. Like, what happened to you? Who molested you? La da 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 da. She's like, nobody. Like, I just like girls. And I was like, why she can't just like girls? Like, I mean, I understood that it's both taboo and seen less than or an issue to others. Understood, right? I'm not finna argue with a person back and forth why it is or why it ain't. I understand. But this is the lifestyle this individual has chosen to live. Like, we can respectfully disagree. That's fine. Because, you know, Their life is their life. It's not your life. You might not want to see it. That's fine. You can always walk away. Or, if they are somewhere where you exist in and like it's your space, like you can politely ask them to leave. Like you don't have to get disrespectful. Now, what happened was this guy started getting aggressive and pressing and talking about how he hate women, this and that. And I'm just like, how did we go from point A to point B? Like, it just ain't making no sense. Who hurt you, brother? What's going on, man? You need to take a chill pill, yo. I don't know. It's just, sometimes I think stuff is escalated and it's not necessary. And I don't know. I be trying to chill. I like when people have, like, what's the point of living life, right, if everyone is the same? I never understood that. You want somebody who's a yes man, agreeable? You think life would be easier if people thought the same? I beg to differ, because I feel like at some point they're going to get bored. Someone's going to get bored. Then we're going to be back where we are right now. And what are you going to do then? You're going to start a war because somebody disagree with you? I just don't think that it's necessary, honestly, because the way that in which we walk this earth is so customized to who an individual is. The same 5 people, not the same, 5 different individuals can see the same thing, right? See the exact same thing. They've experienced it very differently, right? And it's because we all have different walks of life. And I think until people realize perspective depends on the individual, I think we're going to get nowhere, or it's going to be difficult to progress. And I'm not talking about like as a society, just in the mental way. It's going to be difficult to progress. And our biggest obstacle as people is having a hard time accepting difference or being okay with difference. And instead of just being okay, we try to change this difference so that it shapes what's familiar to us, because we feel safe when something is the same, similar. That's fine. We can both agree that, this is your norm and that's the way you want to see it. But that's not reality. And then you walk into a situation where you come off as aggressive, or I don't know, like you just, and that's not to say that people need to get with times. It's just to say that everyone's different. Life is different for an individual. Time is different for an individual. We're all different ages. We're all different races. We all come from different walks. Even if you're the same race, like your family's different, right? And we could make this all like a really beautiful thing, When you think about it, it's just like we could really thrive with this knowledge of individuality. I think people get stuck so much on unification that they forget that you can be unified and be different at the same time. Like, that's just the biggest thing. I think that as people, we forget. Even people who have good intent sometimes come out on the wrong side. And I'm not trying to say that that's okay, but that's life, honestly. But thank you all for joining in this episode of Jelly Toast Breakfast Podcast. I don't want to make any promises that I cannot keep. Hell, this episode might be recorded and it may not even make it out there. This might just continue to just be a voice note of mine. Either way, I hope you all have a beautiful morning. Try to do something nice for yourself. I don't think that people do a lot of nice stuff for themselves. Anyway, bye.